Hello and welcome to another Green and Tidy Live, coming to you from my loft again in service of my upcoming course, which is all about how to declutter those storage rooms of dooms, ranging from attics through cellars to sheds and outhouses and off-site storage units, and all those places basically where we shove all our deferred decisions and unfinished tasks, in other words our clutter, which then become overwhelming and too much for us to cope with and never get tackled. So the aim of the course is to help you tackle them. Yes, I'm in my loft again, which I think looks worse from this angle, I have to say. There's something about coming down low and being on the level of the clutter. And I'm here to give you the results of last week's challenge, and to tell you what I did for the challenge. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Rachel Papworth from Green and Tidy, the online professional organiser, liberating you from the shackles of clutter and chaos for peace of mind and productivity. And last week I set you a challenge, which was to go to your scary room of doom hellhole and simply open the door and see if just having a look at what was in there calmed you down a bit and got over the sense of overwhelm. And if while you were there you could spot something that either you wanted to bring back into use or you were ready to move on straight away that you could easily access without climbing over everything, to get on and do that and see if that changed how you felt about the task. So I got some amazing responses to that, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what some people have achieved. I was really impressed with everybody. So Joan messaged on YouTube to say that she pulled a bag of knitted teddies out of her understair cupboard and she's moving that on. And Jackie is also taking on her understair cupboard, which is one of 4 rooms of doom she's tackling. Nice one, Jackie. Thank you to both Joan and Jackie for making me think of understairs cupboards, because I'd kind of missed them in the list of potential rooms of doom, but they're another area where we love to shove our clutter. Who else? Maria's gifting some picture frames that have been living in her cellar. Great Aunt Elizabeth G, love that username. She put some clothes away. Loretta went to her coat cupboard and pulled out 2 incomplete actions and also a makeup case, which she's going to use to keep her dressing table clear. So that's amazing, really brilliant. And of course I took on the challenge myself. So if you watched my previous video where I showed you around my loft, you'll have some idea of some of the stuff that's up here. And one of the things that was really obvious that needs to go is all the CDs and records, because it's got to be at least 3 or 4 years ago now, I upgraded to a Bluetooth speaker, a few Bluetooth speakers, which are all like nicely linked around the house, and it's great, but it means I can't play CDs and records anymore. I don't really have the technology for that. I could put a CD in my computer, but I never do. And they've really got to go, and I've held on to them because the reason why they were a deferred decision, where I couldn't quite decide to let them go, was I kind of felt like that's the thing I bought. When I bought that music, I bought that physical object, and it just felt like letting go of that was kind of risky. But I've really come to terms with the fact that it isn't now. I have my music all on my PC, which is backed up both to the cloud and to an external hard drive, and then the music on the PC is also backed up onto my phone so that I can play everything from my phone. So that means my music's in 4 places, all of it. I'm not going to lose it, and I never access these CDs, and it's time for them to go. So as part of the challenge, my part of the challenge, I started the process of looking up what it would take to sell them on, and I'm going to sell them on Music Magpie. I probably won't get a lot of money for them, but it's a way of moving them on. They'll send their courier to pick them up. Best chance of them actually getting played again by somebody else and make a little bit of money. So I'm up here with a tape measure, a pen and paper, and my kitchen scales, because I need to know. They say you have to put them into packages of a certain size and not above a certain weight. So I want to know how much CDs weigh and roughly what the size of these boxes that they're in are, whether they go over the maximum that Music Magpie will take. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to weigh a few CDs. The maximum is 15 kilos. I'm not going to try and weigh 15 kilos. Well, my kitchen scales wouldn't cope with that anyway. But I'm just going to weigh some CDs. I'm going to see how much weighs 500 grams, and then I can scale up from there. So the answer is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a double CD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5. About 5 CDs makes 500 grams. So that means 10 CDs makes a kilo. So that means 150 CDs makes 15 kilograms. So if I keep it slightly under 150 in each box, then I know I won't go over their weight limit. And then the boxes can't be longer than 120 centimetres. So actually I can see none of these are. These are plenty within there. That one's got a lid, but these are plenty within their limit. Okay, cool. So that's got me started. I've got somebody coming to stay next weekend who's going to help me get them all out the loft because they're heavy. I don't want to do that on my own, although I think I did get them up here on my own, but I think getting them down might actually be harder than getting them up. So I'm going to get them out of the loft next weekend and sell them, and that'll be a nice big gap in the middle of this loft. So that's my progress. Keep the questions coming in about all those rooms of doom. Keep telling me how you're getting on with decluttering your rooms of doom and anything you're struggling with, and I will keep making the course. Flipping heck, I forgot how much work went into making one of these courses. It's so much work. It takes quite a lot of time, and particularly with this one because I've decided to do all these outside broadcasts. I was in a shed at the weekend with one of my clients, so that got completely decluttered. We made amazing progress. You wouldn't believe the difference. And I'm doing another shed this week. Fingers crossed for the weather. I don't know if you can hear Storm Francis blowing against the roof while I'm sitting here, but as long as the weather improves for tomorrow, which it is set to, I will be decluttering another shed, filming myself decluttering another shed tomorrow. So we're getting there, but it's a lot of work. So it's going to be a little while yet. I'll work on it as fast as I can, and I will see you in the next YouTube live. Bye for now. Don't forget to give me a like. Bye.